Alright everybody, and welcome to the finals of the designer tournament where I will be facing Derky, aka Derk in Discord, and we're gonna battle it out for some amazing matches. At least that's what we're planning to do. And oh yes, second player, so spare Dragonlings might be very tricky, so we're not gonna go for that one. I think I will just go for Conflicted Drake, so Wandering Worms next turn. That makes the most sense. We're definitely gonna play in the middle. We're gonna cycle aggressively, since that's very important for us. So next turn is gonna be Wandering Worms. Most likely, since it's 6 strength or 6 value. Let's see what he does. It's a nice target to destroy. I think we also put the Wandering Worms behind, so Windmakers can't easily destroy it. Or we can play this one. It's basically also 6 value. I think I prefer to keep these in hand, since if we're gonna play one of these, we don't have any other 2 cards, so Wandering Worms will always be an awkward. And we're not gonna play Beast of Terror. I think this makes sense. Hopefully it pushes backwards or forward. Ooh, this is also annoying. With Windmakers can now survive 1 hit. Yeah, I wasn't hoping for this, but can't change it now. So we got Witches, we got Beast. Still got 4 strength on the board, which is pretty sweet. This is obviously not so sweet. So we're gonna take a lot of damage now. Yeah, this might be very problematic. At least we can buff this one up so it doesn't spawn anything else anymore. I think we need to cycle out Witches. This dies. Somewhat, we can play Dubious Hex and Green Prototypes. This will spawn backward, so Green Prototypes is 3-1 strength. This survives also with 1 HP. So this feels okay for us to do. Definitely a rough start. Windmakers will be annoying if we have Cleric with Cords. With Wind or Embers of Chaos, but Embers of Chaos can still combine with spare Dragonlings. He's basically hitting everything, which is actually a problem. Which 3 mana cost card do I have? Only Fateless Prophets. Just play Dubious Hex, so I can't convert this bad boy. So what I can hope to achieve is not so much at the moment. Can't deal jack shit with this. Even Dubious Hex is gonna be awkward. I think the only thing I can do, definitely gonna play this bad boy. Not gonna use this one, I guess. This is somewhat good for defense, since you can only play something here. Next turn we can play Fateless Prophets and Beast of Terror. Clear some stuff here. We're gonna take some damage. This is an not by far an optimal game state. He had a very strong start. If we do this, gonna do a lot of damage. We're gonna do this. We're also gonna do a lot of damage. This is 8, this is 7. I think that's the only thing we can do. We're lucky we do not receive all the damage. That balances each other out, so he needs to deal 4 damage before he can start running. Yeah, we're in some big trouble. Getting in so much damage already. Oof. Body Crowders will destroy it. Also another Beards Proglyph. So we can basically blood minister this shit. This gets converted. This is super awkward. Let's get this one out of here. This dies us, so I think this is the only plan we have. This way it might spawn also to the left. Blocks our baseline a little bit, I guess. And gives us a dragon for Wandering Worms. That is gonna be awkward. Backward. Oof. Yeah, and he also has Windmakers. So if he has Windmakers, I'm on 1 HP. He's just gonna ignore everything on my baseline. That's for sure. Yeah, I doubt I can protect my... Ooh, Snappadoodles. Does he have spare Dranglings again? Give me Blood Ministers, please. This will kill Finite Loopers. This will deal a lot of damage, which kills me. I basically need clerics with cords. Not so lucky. Sucks, needed to spawn upward. That was a bit better protected. Now Windmakers could potentially kill me. I'm just not getting everything I need to counter his deck, which is a pity. Balls. Couldn't do anything against it. Well played to Derk. I didn't change anything in my side deck. I think Derk might have added in Beast of Terror, maybe for Melodious Sisters, or maybe for some other card. I'm not sure. Let's find out what happens. It's his turn. Struck the butts. Pretty sweet opening. I need to cycle something out. Get something good. That would be preferable. Yeah, it's a nice Beards of Proglyph target, but I'm not sure. Might also just be good to counter it. Also good against its windmakers. Might get a lot of value off. Got my blood ministers, copy pasta units. I got my beards of Groglyph now as well. This gets to 1 strength, which is a pity, obviously. If we're gonna do this, we drain 1 here, drain 1 there, it becomes 4. This is way more value, but we only spawned a 2 strength beards, which sucks. This is 4 strength, this is 8. I think we have to do it. Can't be too greedy. Can't be greedy. Places Beards of Groglyph here. We got Fateless Prophets. We always need to have Fateless Prophets, basically. He has Conflicted Drakes as well in his deck, so you need to be careful. We just need to weaken it a little bit. We got Blood Ministers. If he puts an Ember of Chaos in, you still have Ember of Chaos and spare Dragon Links. It's gonna be a pain in the ass if he's gonna force it again. Because I just played Fateless Prophets. Then I really need to hope for my Twilight Prowlers to counter it, but it's such an expensive trade. Again, never lucky. Well, Cleric with Cords was my first card, so I doubt I will get lucky there. Big oof. Gonna take 4, spawns a 6 strength, and there's nothing I can do against it. What a shitstorm. You can even play something here. GG boys! We had fun in the finals. Such a terrible hint. Like my Cleric with Cords didn't line up. His spare Dragon Links in combination with Ember of Chaos lined up perfectly. And Beards of Groglyph as well. What? Oh, you will push it forward, obviously. Put something here as well. Get the shit done. This can deal 3. It becomes 3. It becomes 4. So we're basically in range of lethal. Spawn forward, please. Alright, reduce some damage. Getting in. Still 5 health. Cannot push forward though. Got Cleric with Cords. Just everything not on the right time. Haven't seen any scrap planners either. Thinking some card like that should come up eventually. So you go for a base lucky thingy. Gets 4 mana. Scrap planners fits nice. Basically, Beast of Terror attacks this. Then we get green prototypes and cleric with cords. I'm gonna push it leftward. More front. We still got 5 HP. So now we're gonna getting into my territory. We got a beards, we got witches, we got fateless. We got nothing on the board. So this is getting pretty exciting, to be honest. Oh boy. Whoop up, whoop, whoop. Moves forward, this kills it pretty sweetly. Below these sisters. This will spawn backwards, which makes it awkward for him to push forward as well. Maybe also spawn forward, so we're gonna push for a lot of damage. Come on, darn, convert stuffs and damage. This will kill itself. It's pretty sweet, unless he has the conflicted drakes. If he wants to push forward, it's gotta be annoying for him. He's on 10 mana, I'm still on 5 health, so he can do crazy, angry stuff. Right here, I guess. Won't help him that much, luckily. Can always hit this one. Nice. Nice. This will shut her off, which is amazing. We can use this Fateless Prophets. Fateless Prophets, this dies. Basically that's 10, right? 6, 10. This becomes 1 strength. We can kill that one with Conflicted Drake, 6 stays alive. And then use Cleric with Cords to convert it and buff our thingy. Nice. I like this a lot. Alright, so we got a lot of pressure. We definitely got the 3 strength from the spare Dragonlings, which make this an awkward card, especially for Windmakers, since it becomes 5 strength. So it dies when it runs into it. There you go. Running forward now. Got my Blood Minister to copy paste everything. Nope. Starting to clean up stuff, which is fine for me. gonna place this here defensively. Put everything diagonally. Even got Twilight Plouders if you, with the off chance, get something on. We got our own spare Dragonlings, Wandering Worms, so we can do a lot of damage there. It's basically 10, it's 13. It's also a pretty sweet turn. Right, 1 damage in. Spawns forward. We can keep spare Dragonlings. Got our Blood Ministers back. We're gonna play a lot of cards now. And the good thing is about playing Birds of Crowcliff behind. You can cycle into our own Witches of the Wild, Conflicted Drakes, trigger it off again, get multiple, get insane value out of it. You don't want to place this dude too aggressively. Yeah, I was thinking I lost already the tournament. Now it looks pretty fine. It's always good to get a bit emotional. Back. Proto off. Fine, fine, fine. Will we start this or going to pool a little bit? Basically, we can use spare Dragonlings. We can use Witches as well. I don't think we need this one. Okay, we spawn, we do it forward as well. That's a GG. Good match, good match. And he didn't change anything in his deck. We anticipated that correctly. For our final match against Derk in the Designers tournament, it's currently 1-1. And we got our beards, which is amazing. We got our Beast of Terror as well. So you can play Beast of Terror, Crowglyph. Think second turn is better, since I can counter everything he's doing, especially now. Structo bots. Can basically use a Beast of Terror to push back the Destructo bots. And if he plays more, yeah, Windmake is always annoying though. Deals 2 damage, but I think we need to do this. Yeah, where are my... if I just had Wandering Worms, that would have been amazing. This is also better, I guess, or not, I'm not sure. Just gonna push it here. think I might get something. This needs to die for sure. Yeah, this is so greedy. Feeling disgust already, since he can just spare Dragonlings, Embers of Chaos. But he is not in a very dangerous trick, because Embers of Chaos can't reach my baseline at the moment. And I got Wandering Worms and Cleric with Quartz, hopefully, next turn. Otherwise I have Wandering Worms, Beast of Terror, or Blood Ministers if I can drain something. Exciting, exciting! Okay, the early game is the most tense. Right, copy pasta. Unless he has linked golems. Copy pasta. Everything. He might be baiting me with mid makers though. Wandering Worms deals damage there. Getting this one in is also super sweet, right? Go for this. No shenanigans with these tokens. This needs to die soon. That's one tough cookie. But we also got the Finite Loopers token now. This 5 needs to go. I think we need to get into our Twilight Prowlers. But with Wandering Worms, Cleric with Quartz, we can copy it. Creatures will die, right? I guess 4, which is also sweet. What? What? What did just happen? So gets 3 here, and then we just use witches, clear off the board. Even I don't think I want to keep the green prototypes alive. Let's just block some stuff, which will be fine. So basically we have protected our baseline now. He lost all front. Embers of Chaos is a shitty card in his hand for the rest of the game. Scrap Planners will be copy pasta, Finite Loopers will be copy pasta. And he has 2 threats, or 3 threats, and that's basically Windmakers, Beards of Crowglyph, and Twilight Prowlers. But that won't do it, man. I'm getting happy now, since this is the moment. Things are looking fine. Yeah, this is obviously scary stuff going on right here. So this can copy front 2. So if he should have probably kept it in hand. So this takes 4 damage. And this deals 3. Can push forward though, which is something that's not funny. There they are. Turns too late, man. Otherwise Twilight Prowlers, Conflicted Drakes. Then I'm front all the way here. Now he has 9 mana to put the Ember of Chaos on my baseline. He's gonna push. There's no reason he's not gonna push. I'm just hoping I can clear with Corpse's Embers of Chaos. He's in a desperate position. And his Embers of Chaos and Spare Dragonlings aren't in sync. At least, doesn't seem like it. This will clear this up for us. And then we have Cleric with Cords to copy pasta this one or this one. Don't think I'm gonna use this card anytime soon. We're pushing a lot of damage, so that's good stuff. Oof. But he's getting low, very low. He needs to clear the Wandering Worms, otherwise Spare Dragonlings will buff it. Okay, will he do it? Yes, obviously. Gets one card. So we can use Faithless Prophets. 10, 11 mana. It's pretty sick, to be honest. I could have both. Not like it. I just want to make it a little bit more awkward for him. He's getting on 5 HP, so we got a 5 strength defense here on the back, which is amazing. Nice, we got a 1 spawner. He's not gonna defend. I will Blood Minister the heck out of it. This will get buffed. I think it's all fine. This is 4 strength. How much mana do we have? Spare. This is 5. So basically if I play this Spare Dragonlings right here, Wandering Worms kills this for 3. And then I can Blood Minister it. This is 7, it's 13. So that will be too much. Protection, only 1 damage. Nice, nice, nice. Danger, danger, gone. Yeah. With this deck, you're always defending, because everything just chips down. I just need to make a final push, and now I have it. Birds of Crowglyph, Witches of the Wild, green prototypes. I will just spawn a 5 strength Birds of Crowglyph forward. And then it's game over. And I'm on 9th HP, so I'm not that afraid anymore. I'm getting a strong dude on my baseline. gonna play its Beards of Crowcliffe anytime soon, which is fine. Spread Ring Links. On this one, against defensively. I think he will put it. Oh, he will go on the defense. Right, so what can we do? Spread Ring Links the shit out of this. This will get to 5 strength. This also 5. So that dies. One on that one. So we get like 4, 8, 12. Put defense online, boys. This will also spawn a 3 strength unit forward. We'll protect the whole baseline. This is the better. I was thinking of more aggro stuff, but couldn't clear the board neatly. And if I can't clear the board, then we go defense. Basically, this is locked, and this is a clusterfuck. Yeah, he got his beards. You're gonna get his value. Well, this might get stronger now. Oh, that's annoying for him. So basically, we can do is 10, 13, 14. So basically we can play everything. I think we just conflict the drakes. Or do we? You can only attack here, here, and then push something here. But now I finally have the opportunity to put in Twilight Prowlers a bit more aggressively. So he needs to start dealing with that. Yeah, I have too much stuff on the board. I win late game. Yeah, he is gonna need to big brain. And go loco. Oh, this is also nice. This is fine. He put Chaotic Pupil in. That's interesting. Didn't expect that one. This doesn't do much. Doesn't matter what we do. Could have pushed a bit more. Would be awkward in mana curve. So now it's just always play defensively. That's what I always try to do with this deck. This way we have an ultimate defense. We put a lot of pressure on. We just need to cycle into our Beards of Crowcliffe nowadays. 1 strength. It's not that exciting. Just a matter of time since we're gonna push. This dies, this dies. He's alive. It's all fine. Don't want this dude. I need to deal with this again. And the pressures are going on and on and on. This will be an onslaught. That's always a good thing if you are on the aggressive side. You can have the pressure. Setbacks here, I guess. We'll spawn a 3-strength dude forward. Spawn the 4-strength. I just put it in there. Makes it way more difficult for him, and this can go anywhere forward. They can only attack this one. Gets likely front here, needs to deal with this. He can't deal with his own baseline, so that's GG. Well played to Derk. It was such an exciting best of 3. This deck was very well crafted, and with this new deck, he had a lot more pressure. He removed Green Gill Serpents, if I remember correctly, and Void Surgers. It's basically if it's bordering 2 enemy units, it deals a lot of damage and it's a strong body, but it's very slow. So with this deck, he had a lot of tempo going on, and he could embrace the Ember of Chaos punishment early game. And he even put in Chaotic Pupil to deal the remaining damage. But the thing is, once I survive, I think I can come back and go with the perfect strategy, the perfect defense game plan. So this is the deck I have used so far, or this is my last deck that I'm using, and I will do a separate video where I will go over the strong points over the Designer 2 deck, and I have the Designer deck, so I will do an analysis about these decks and show you why I chose it, what's strong, what's good, why I did this to counter other equal decks, and I will give you a bit more insights on the perfect defense strategy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm super duper happy. I don't want to be too happy, but well, I need to be happy, right? So thank you guys for cheering for me. Thank you also, hopefully you cheered for my opponents, because if we have good matches, then it's more entertaining for everybody to watch. So I'm very happy that most of my matches, and at least every opponent I have faced, was very exciting, and we had a lot of cool stuff going on and a lot of variety against Ironclad, Shadowfan, mirror matches, and even Swarm, I guess, if I remember correctly. It's a long time ago, all those early matches, but it was super nice. Thank you guys for watching, and well, obviously join me on my next adventure when I'm gonna win another tournament. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers, and well played to Derk and everybody else, and Kepp and Strongraycool for hosting this amazing tournament. Cheers, guys.